kids. It's time to get some SML podcast all up in that.
Did you guys hit the link? Are you over on Beam yet?
I
tweeted, I tagged you.
Really? I haven't seen any of that yet.
Keep on, I just got home from work, so...
bitch.
Never ends. It never ends. So let's talk about the unboxing video.
Well, let's get this show started first.
Okay.
Because if we're going to talk about my amazing unboxing videos, we have to do it officially. So what is up, everyone? This is Joe. This is the SML podcast. No Chris right now, but I am joined by Jason Sorensen and David Sterling of Loot Interactive.
What's up?
How the hell are you guys doing?
Awesome.
Doing incredibly well. Things are rocking and rolling. It's time to consume the ethanol.
Yes.
And we are, once again, we are live on Beam. We are checking out Beam.
Beam me up, Scott.
That David and Jason never heard of before.
Nope. But that's okay.
So what is the deal with Beam? Let's talk about Beam, because you look at Twitter, and they've already got over 10,000 followers. And so this is growing pretty fast. What's the deal here?
Beam is a new streaming service that was purchased by Microsoft. So they've got the behemoth backing them.
Nice.
And the cool thing with Beam is that it has a 5-second delay as opposed to Twitch that has a 45-second delay.
That makes a difference, actually.
So when someone in chat calls you the Rod, we can hear it right now. We see it right now.
Awesome.
I'm
getting to enjoy the name.
Really? You're coming around to it?
Well, you don't have much choice when everyone calls you that.
Hey, I've been nice and I haven't really called you that when you've come on.
It's better than buffalo buns. So there you go.
I don't know. Holy shit. Buffalo buns is pretty good.
It is not good, Joe. Not good. Especially when you're in 6th grade. Thank you.
All I can tell you, the teasing at Loot is merciless. It is constant. It probably violates some harassment statutes or whatever, but you know what? That separates the men from the... What was that 6th grade name?
Buffalo buns. Thank you.
Exactly. It separates the men from the buffalo buns.
That's right. That's exactly it. Oh, don't worry, Joe. Your time is coming.
Oh, my time is definitely coming. My time is basically weekly on this show. So. Yeah. So. But yeah, awesome. I'm really enjoying Beam. We actually have, I think, 3 or 4 people hanging out in chat already. It's picking up. You guys.
What's up, chat?
Nice. It's all about the buffalo buns.
Joe wishes he had the Rod as a nickname.
Oh, listen. It's all good.
Joe the Rod Camisa.
There you go.
That's right. After the nonsense that went down at the office today, I think my nickname from now on is going to be Chipmunk Cheeks.
All right, we'll have to get to that, but I know you guys were eager to talk about SML's newest unboxing video, where earlier today I put up a video of me doing an unboxing on Recore Special Edition, and you two seemed to really enjoy it, didn't you?
Oh, no, it's more than just enjoy it. Way more. Way more. It had me crying, as I said. I was laughing so hard that, well, where do we start? Where do we start?
I think
first of all, the Toys R Us that is that room.
Yeah.
Incredible. It's incredible.
Yeah, you don't even know.
I could just imagine.
I mean, in the background, there's a cat wandering, lost, and disoriented because it doesn't know what toy aisle it's going down.
Yeah. You are on the first episode of Toy Hoarders on A&E.
Nice.
For sure.
No
sure.
Pulse says Toys R Us. It's a museum. So yeah.
It's yes.
I have a lot of shit in this house.
First of all, there's that. Then the box in front of the camera.
Yep.
That is cinema greatness right there.
That was
Just
brilliant.
put the box in front of the camera so we can't see anything except for cardboard.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Well, and then the box starts shaking on camera. Now, that is where I started with it. So David is like, dude, come on, you gotta check this out. I'm like,
Yes.
all right, what is this? And the first thing I see is just a shaking giant box on the screen. And I'm like...
And then after about 5 seconds, a lot of heavy breathing. Which, like, what the hell is going on here?
Yeah, there's
Heavy
just...
breathing.
I'm overweight. What are you going to do about it? I get winded opening boxes. There's...
That's exactly it.
Well, the problem is coming into it, not knowing what the hell is being unboxed, and just seeing a giant shaking box on a man's lap, followed by heavy breathing. What the hell are you doing over there?
Just wait for the unboxing of the Love Honey shipment I'm going to send him. Oh, Jesus.
Love Honey. What is that?
I don't know, and I'm not
Is that
sure
like
I
a
want to
light
know.
pillow? What is that?
That's awesome.
What the fuck is Love Honey? Dongs. Nothing but dongs. All right.
All right,
Oh, there you
now
go.
I'm Googling. What is it? Love Honey?
Love Honey, and he has it as one word.
Love Honey. Okay, so I'm checking this out right now. Oh my! Okay, back button, right then.
Jason, back button. See, that's what he's telling us, but what he's actually doing is bookmarking.
See, I just assumed
It's
he
all
was
a lie.
doing that.
I mean, I can see right through that. Jason. So don't
Look,
even start.
I'm totally not bookmarking every single product on this website. I'm just hitting the back button right now.
You don't have to because you own them already.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. Right then. Oh, look, a cactus massager. How lovely.
What the fuck? Do I have to look this up now?
No, you probably shouldn't.
Oh, Love Honey. Enter. Might as well.
I'm just saying, some of this stuff looks like it came from the set of Aliens.
The sexual happiness people. Lovehoney.com. Discover vibrators at Lovehoney. 100% discreet packaging and shipping. Fuck it, I would do an unboxing.
You would.
Bondage
Nice.
gear, lingerie, sex toys.
So, did you play Recore after all that physical exertion?
Funny enough, no, I have not yet played Recore.
No. Too tired from opening the box?
No, I had another interview earlier, and then I decided, hey, I'm kind of tired. I'm going to take a nap, because I did the same thing yesterday, and now I'm way more tired than I was. So.
I mean, tired just from the unboxing, or
Yeah. Man, the chat is picking up. Redstone Punk jumps in the chat. How are you doing? Nikki Baby's
Punk.
there. No Pulse is there. There's a lot of people hanging out.
awesome. See,
you-
this is what happens when we, get a group of men together and start talking about sex toys.
Exactly. Are you guys on Beam yet? Did you go to the website?
I'm in front of my TV and on my phone.
Oh,
so
you bastards.
there's no app on the Xbox right now. So
I'm
my
just
phone?
casually scrolling through the bondage section. I mean, I'm looking at the latest news on like another site or something.
on the PBS website.
Exactly. PBS NewsHour. It's very important. Very
PBS and bondage.
important. That would get some ratings.
PBS,
This program.
Personal Bondage Supply.
I want to see that. I want Masterpiece Theater with the classical music overture. Hello, I'm Alistair Cook, and tonight our feature-length film is Waitress Daisy Chain. It's like this
all
needs to
gag
happen.
buddies.
Oh my lord.
Hey Joe, so how many of those things do you buy a year? Would you say, or let's go smaller? A month?
Special editions? It depends on the month and what's coming out.
I know, but on average, how many do you buy like of those a year? Because immediately we had to see. Immediately, Jason and I went and tried to see how much that thing was. Stunning.
Yeah, that was a ridiculously expensive one, considering the game is $40.
And will be $20 in January.
Probably, but I think I'm hoping at least that the collector's edition kind of holds its value. And the shitty thing with that one is like in UK, Game UK was selling it for £69.99, which translates to like $92. So
I mean,
like
the reason why we're curious,
but post Brexit, it's like 47 cents or something, right?
the reason why we're curious is, I mean, you have that GoFundMe set up, but you have spent the GDP of a small European nation on that Toys R Us that we saw on camera.
And that's why I need the GoFundMe for the PSVR.
Yes, the hypocrisy is amazing.
Yes.
I mean,
which Jason and I will both contribute to tomorrow. Because if there aren't two bigger hypocrites in this world, it's Jason and I.
This is very.
Believe it or not, I really don't have many other collector's editions that I'm picking up this fall.
Joe, that room is a collector's edition.
It is. It is. It really is. I was considering the World of Final Fantasy collector edition with like the book packaging and everything, but the price for what's there just, I don't know, it didn't do it for me. I am planning on getting the Dishonored 2 collector's edition. Because that's a really nice one. $85 after my Amazon discount.
God almighty. Is it like an Amazon discount for he who spends $1 million a month?
Well, no, Amazon Prime, you just get 20% off new games.
Nice.
Really?
Yeah. It's like the Best Buy Gamer Club.
Shit, I have Amazon Prime. I should check that out.
Best Buy, they're still in business?
Yeah, believe it or not.
Maybe that explains some of the like Amazon Prime fields when we're publishing games.
Like what?
Sorry, store setup stuff. Just you've got my hamster wheel string. Ooh, look, the advanced bondage section. I'm gonna click on this.
Advanced bondage? What does that mean?
I think I found a Wikipedia for Shibari. This is going to be very interesting.
No Pulse asking, should we post our favorites? I mean, if you want to share your favorite bondage links, I mean, I'm not going to stop you.
Why not? Why not? We're all friends.
I'm sure I'm going to get banned eventually for bondage links in chat, but...
Oh, listen, fuck them if they can't take a joke.
Check out the videos on the products for that site. Oh my god, I can't do that. I have to go back.
Well, it was like when we were doing freaking Electronic Superjoy, and you have people moaning in pleasure every time you hit a checkpoint.
True.
Let me tell you, our office neighbors, as they walk past our building, very interesting looks.
Yes.
Yeah, because we've got like this one dude who's like got his Fitbit, and he's constantly walking back and forth and conference calling, and so we just made a point every time he walks by, it's like, all right, hit a checkpoint, do it now. And so he'd be walking by and all of a sudden hear, oh yeah, and it's like,
wow,
hey.
Jason, that's incredible.
All right, there is a product video for Bondage Boutique adjustable nipple clamps. Now if I hit play on this video, the audio will transmit to Beam. Do I click play? Because it's just audio. They're not going to see anything.
Well, I always tell Jason when he walks me through his weekend viewing that that he's going on a bunch of different lists. So if you're okay with that,
they're nice women holding dongs and talking about about how they work and how to use water-based lube. Oh my god, are they just holding just standard dongs, or is it like a dildo, or like so many questions? I have questions.
I have a question. How did I get to this point? That's my question.
You asked me if you could come on today. Like, what was it, Jason? A month ago you were on? A month and a half?
Something like that,
yeah. I missed that one, damn it.
Yeah, you were hiding bodies in the desert or something. What were you doing?
Yes, I was... let's not get into it.
That was this weird Bataan Death March drive across the western half of the country.
Murdering people in the Arizona desert. See, No Pulse knows what's up.
Yes, when you have semi-adult children, you drive across the country for them.
And I mean, here's the thing: is I learned from that trip that evidently there are just like dead spots out there where there's like nothing, no radio,
nothing. Most of New Mexico and half of Arizona is nothing. Nothing.
That's just, I mean, because we live in such, an overpopulated, over-concrete paved world that the idea that, right next door in our country, the most advanced country in the world, there are just places where it's fucking Stone Age.
And that's where the bodies were hidden.
Well, yeah.
I mean, what a better place? Can you think of a better place?
No, you that's, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Exactly.
It's a very simple formula. You just find the people that have opposed your growth as a company. You ruthlessly eliminate them, hide the bodies. You then take over the projects that they previously had because you're a better company. You use that to personally enrich yourself so that then you have the authority to buy the legislation to ruthlessly crush everyone who has ever stood against you in your life, and then you'd meet some girls, I'll bet.
Probably. Which leads to the question, what now is Loot Interactive working on since you have murdered people?
Bondage gear.
Keeping Jason out of jail.
Well, apparently the only thing you're doing is just watching unboxing videos.
We do that during the day.
We don't actually develop software. We just hang out and eat shakies and have diarrhea.
That's tomorrow, actually.
That is actually tomorrow.
Oh, God.
Yes.
Love Honey Basic 7-inch extra girthy realistic dildo.
Nice.
Videos at the bottom.
Why couldn't I be called extra girthy instead of buffalo buns? Damn it.
Yeah, man.
This is the Love Honey Basics
it's a joke.
7-inch
Yeah.
extra girthy realistic dildo. It's
And
made
yeah,
from
I
flexible
clicked
PVC,
play. So
has an insertable length of 7 inches.
You're on the
and
list.
a girth of
Couple of them,
6.5
probably.
inches around the
a
widest
girth
part.
of 6.5 inches around. What the fuck? Oh my God, I can't do that during the show. That's
6.5. I mean, at what point are you just like, look, here, have the Exxon Valdez? It's like that just violates a few Newtonian rules of
Just
physics.
use a baseball bat, whatever makes you happy. I'm not going to
Hey,
judge.
Joe, thanks for the heads up on the email thing, because I was able to get the For Honor closed alpha thing going. Yeah, it's 11.79 gigs file. So sometime around November, it'll be downloaded.
Nice. And then you'll be ready for the game release in February.
Yeah, exactly. 11 gigs. It'll never end.
11 gigs. If I tried to download 11 gigs with the Stone Age Wi-Fi that I have here, I would die of old age.
Yeah, what was before 56K? Do you guys remember?
There was like 28.8. There was 14.4.
Yeah, I think
9600.
I think you're around 9600. That's what your Wi-Fi is.
Oh my lord.
It's seriously brutal. Like you try to do anything aside from absolute basic lowest video bitrate possible streaming. The hamster wheel in the router is like, I can't do this. I'm 84 years old, damn it.
Well, if he wasn't stealing the Wi-Fi from the Kentucky Fried Chicken next door, maybe you would have more bandwidth to download your video game.
Poor KFC.
Yeah.
It is brutal. I mean, it's almost at the point where I'm like, do I at least get the dial-up sound effects that tell me I'm going to the future? Like, I miss those sound effects. Those were awesome.
No, they weren't.
Joe, did you ever see that movie Helter Skelter about the Manson family stuff and all that?
No, I did not.
Oh, you never saw that movie?
Nope. Why?
Anyway, the Manson family were out here, back in the, what is it, late 60s, early 70s, when all that happened, something like that. And they lived in this area called Topanga Canyon, which is basically like the desert in the mountains, basically. That's where Jason lives.
Pretty much.
Nice.
Pretty much. I mean, it's weird because I'm on the longest dead-end road in LA. And when you're up here, you do not feel like you're in LA. You feel like there's freaking dueling banjos. As soon as you drive up the road, it's ding, 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 ding. Yeah, and you pass through the neighborhoods, and I'm from around here, are you, boy? It's like,
yeah,
oh my.
It truly. How long is that street, Jason? How long?
It's
is
a
that?
little over 5 miles long. It's
Jesus.
the longest dead end road.
Good lord.
So it's only one way in and one way out. You drive up there, especially at night. You drive up there, and like. It's interesting. You expect Boo Radley to appear in front of your vehicle.
Oh my god. Although I'm really, really tempted to try and find you a Halo 5 download code just to see how long it takes you to download.
I don't have that many years left in my life.
Because that one, after all the patches and updates, is I think sitting at 87 gig.
Holy cow, are you serious?
Yeah.
87.
Joe, I have a question. For you, Joe. Do you have a statue of a Halo 5 download code in your museum there? I was just wondering.
Statue,
it seems
no.
Like, yeah, you don't?
I don't have a download code statue. I mean,
I'm actually disappointed. Well, it certainly looks like there could be one in that room.
I mean, I have a Halo 5 statue.
Oh, well, of course. Who doesn't?
I don't have a statue of a code though. I mean,
do you have one of those things for Battleborn? I was wondering.
Battleborn? Did they put something up for
know.
Battleborn?
Battleborn, my God.
I was just wondering because it will be a collector's item for sure.
Man, and now I'm wondering if they put something out for Battleborn.
God damn it, get on that Amazon site. I heard about this new Amazon site.
I have Overwatch.
Amazing.
Got my Overwatch soldier.
Nice.
I saw that. You have that?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. You have to take a picture. You have to do a tour of your museum.
Oh, God.
Come on, you have to. All your
what,
YouTube
now?
Fans,
my headset won't reach that far.
Joe, all your YouTube fans want to see it. So that's me. I'm your YouTube fan. So that's me. And I want to see it.
So both of you, my YouTube fans, both of you want to see it.
It needs to happen.
Yes, exactly.
We need to see all of the toys, all the collectible. Okay, maybe not all the toys, and all the cats.
Enjoy face as you show them off to the world, because I'm sure a lot of people do not have that kind of a collection. That's for sure.
True. I know I have way too much shit in my house. So
I used to buy that stuff. I bought all of the Call of Duty ones. So the night goggles, the car, the care package. Care package was amazing. Do you have that one, Joe?
No, I do not buy the Call of Duty stuff.
What?
I'm not a Call of Duty fan.
My
See,
God,
the collector's editions I buy, it's for games that I want to play.
that hurts.
Okay, so what is your favorite piece of gamer swag that you have?
Yeah, what's your favorite one?
Oh,
What's your
God. It used to be my complete boxed Earthbound, but we ended up selling that to help with some bills. Right now, oh, God. I don't know. I'm not sure if I have a favorite right now.
Top of mind.
Probably my Brutal Legend
look around
statue.
Your room and look around the room and just read off 5 you could see.
Just 5 I could see? Are you sure that's
Yes.
all you want?
Well, yeah.
Let's see. I have Brutal Legend statue. I have a Coltrane Thrashball statue. The Ryu statue from Street Fighter V is pretty cool. I just got a Yarny figure for Unravel.
Yarny? Is he playing a clarinet?
No.
Oh.
No, just a...
Wait, that's Kenny G. What does Yanni play?
Yanni plays piano, I think, doesn't he?
I don't know.
You don't know. Jason, you don't know anything.
Isn't Yanni the
Piano?
dude with the
I don't know.
mustache and the mullet?
You mean everybody in Tennessee?
Okay, good point. Good point.
Although I did say Yarny, not Yanni.
Ah,
Significant difference.
minor difference. Minor difference.
What's a Yarny? What is that?
The game Unravel from EA.
Oh, God, yeah.
The little yarn figurine. Yeah.
Joe, don't assume I know everything you know, please.
Listen, you work in the industry. You should at least know what the fuck
Ugh.
Yarny is.
No, I don't have time.
I'm just looking at bondage gear.
And although I will say, despite how meh the game was, the statue from The Order 1886 was really, really awesome.
God, that game got hyped to the frickin' planet Neptune and back.
Yeah. But the statue is badass.
Which one was more hyped? That or No Man's Sky?
No Man's Sky.
No Man's Sky.
You think so?
That's
Okay.
not even a question.
Not even close?
No.
No
All
Man's
right.
Sky
All right,
was
what-
hyped.
Which one was more disappointing?
No Man's Sky.
No, yeah.
I think No Man's Sky overall is the better game, but it's still the bigger disappointment.
Interesting. Did you obviously have both of those?
Yes.
Did No Man's Sky come with a collector's edition? Like a giant?
Not
universe?
a giant one. The only collector's edition it had, I did the unboxing for.
It came with a 1 trillionth scale universe.
It's all
sitting
around
outside.
you, man. You all have it.
It's sitting outside on Joe's lawn. It's so big.
Just look around you, man. You are the collector's edition.
Universe is everywhere.
Yeah, the collector edition for that one was just like $80 or something. It had Steelbook. It had like a little art
For
book,
No Man's
soundtrack.
What?
For what?
For which one?
No Man's Sky.
Oh, okay, got it.
I mean, they put so much hype into that game. The last time that something got hyped that hard and just like, wow, okay, it was probably, I don't know, Phantom Menace? Like,
It's probably
there's
something
even
you're looking at right now on that website.
yeah, I mean, you know, the extra girthy, you know,
Extra
Robert the
girthy.
Conqueror.
I want to go to Kentucky Fried Chicken and order extra girthy.
What the fuck would they say if you were like, yeah, can I
don't
get
know. We'll
a
find out
10-piece
tomorrow.
bucket? Extra girthy.
I don't know. We'll find out tomorrow.
I need, Jason, you need to follow him and document that.
We'll do it at Shakey's tomorrow. I'll order an extra girthy pizza.
No, I mean, after Shakey's, the only thing that's extra girthy is just the amount of methane coming out of what's left of the bathroom.
I don't even bother going in there. I just go outside.
Just shit out the window or something.
just safer.
Oh my god.
It's just brutal because I mean, the last time we did the Shakey's Rampage and
Shakey's girthy pizza shits. Thank you, No Pulse. Thank you.
Speaking of shits, does the collector's edition of No Man's Sky come with a piece of paper with a number, that petatrillion whatever number on a piece of paper?
Not that I saw.
Is that one of the extra things that comes in the box?
It should have just had a piece of paper with a middle finger on it. This is fuck you.
Fuck you. You waited 3 years for this, you asshole.
Yeah, pretty much.
Exactly.
What's amazing to me is like everyone got on the hype train about procedural generation, and I'm looking at that going, procedural generation is nothing new. Like that's been around for a long time, and all of a sudden it was like, oh, but it's a procedurally generated world. And I'm like, yeah, and like there's no artist who worked on making it unique. It's algorithmically generated. There's no story to it. Like, okay, conceptually, No Man's Sky has some really interesting stuff, but holy fuckadilly, the hype train.
I think Sony started hyping that game at E3 '91 with Spyro and a couple other ones.
Oh,
Coming
man.
soon to your PlayStation 1.
So, someone in the chat named Newbie says the moment when Newbie knew he should be on the SML podcast. You don't know what you're missing.
Dude, come on the podcast and let's
Just
we'll be here for a while.
Talking about shits and No Man's Sky, which is kind of the same thing when you think about it.
shits and hyped games and sex toys. I mean, this is, yeah, come on in.
Should just open up the Skype call for anyone. Like, who wants to join?
Yeah.
I mean, look at it this way. We're already on every NSA watch list known to mankind, just based on the conversation so far. So, you know, welcome to the SML podcast. Thank you for calling in. Currently listening in, half the NSA, Colin Powell, some organization in Russia, and Edward Snowden. Go!
We're talking about shits, and you said colon.
Appropriate. I think that's appropriate.
I mean, Shakey's tomorrow will be a nice, good, cleansing colon blow.
Isn't it interesting how we're always on this podcast right before or after Shakey's?
Always.
Always.
I mean,
it's your reminder.
Well, see, the thing is, we can't be on the podcast during Shakey's because it would just be screaming.
All right,
that would be fun.
I have a question, and I know Jason can answer this. I don't know if they have these where you live, Joe. Which is worse, Shakey's or Olive Garden?
Well, we don't have Shakey's here, but Olive Garden is just like fake Italian. So
Italian.
I don't really go there much because I think it's terrible.
No, you don't have to think. I'm confirming that for you. It's terrible. But we go there almost every week.
Yep.
Come down to Olive Garden for free breadsticks. Yeah.
Now, the salad is really good, and the breadsticks are delicious.
Yeah, I'm not going to fuck with the breadsticks.
No, the breadsticks are delicious. The thing, I get the $6.99 meatball sandwich duo, and I have no idea why. I don't know why I order that, but I order it every time we go, and it's disgusting.
It is pretty damn rancid.
It used to be good.
Yep.
I don't know what happened. Something happened.
See, like the Olive Garden has the breadsticks as their saving grace, the same way that Red Lobster has like their cheese biscuits as their only saving grace.
I don't think we have Red Lobster out here
With their fake seafood.
I gotta check now. I gotta check on this. Let's see. Red Lobster, Los Angeles.
keep this in mind, Joe. Jason thinks fine Italian is round table pizza.
I love round table pizza.
The worst. It's not pizza. It's bread with sauce.
It is bread with sauce. It's terrible. It will probably kill me very soon, and I can't stop eating it. I love it. I just love it.
Oh, man. You guys are making me hungry for pizza, and I don't have any money, so...
There is
but you
actually
have a recourse statue that's well into the hundreds of dollars.
Yeah, but my wife is the one.
The recourse statue.
My wife is the one who has all the money, and she's at work.
Get used to that.
Plus, we have clearly spent all the money this week on Recor.
It's kind of like there's a minivan that on occasion Danilo will see, but most of the time it's really his wife. And he's like, no, I own it. My name is on it. No, dude, it's your wife's. Just accept it.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Which is more of a AAA game? Recor or No Man's Sky?
What's more of a AAA? I would say Recor.
Because they're more... They seem to me, and this is just my opinion from what I've seen. I haven't played either one. But they seem to me like they're both kind of indie plus games.
I mean, they're both made by indie plus studios, pretty much. Like the one is just Hello Games, the other is Armature Studios and Concept, which they have a stellar record so far with Mighty Number 9. But whereas No Man's Sky just had like the marketing done by Sony, Recor is full on published by Microsoft. So I would say Recor is the more AAA of the two, and it's at a $40 price tag.
I just checked. There's actually a Red Lobster relatively close to the office, and there's
Arizona.
Yeah, there's actually a Red Lobster really close to you.
Really?
Like, yeah, down the South Bay. It's like really close.
Well, Jason,
to
please don't tell people where I live. Jesus Christ.
Keep in mind that we live in Coruscant. I mean,
because that really narrows it down. Now they only know like which of
Jason's
the 10 million people around you're one of them.
Yeah.
I mean, because keep in mind, I live somewhere in the general Topanga area, which anyone trying to go through there is probably going to be killed and mutilated.
Newbie says he already knows where you live, somewhere in America.
America.
Very good.
America. Well, goddamn.
America.
You're halfway to Sherlock Holmes.
Speak American.
Topanga Canyon 5 Mile Dead End. Now that's where Jason lives.
Yep. That's my neck of the woods.
And he doesn't care if you find him because he knows you'll never make it out alive.
You can't find him. He's in a forest.
By the way, Topanga Canyon was my favorite Boy Meets World porn star.
Now I got this.
Jason knows all the porn stars.
I might know a few.
Really?
Yes, he does.
Just a few.
Names?
Let's see. What would be some of my favorites? Aurora Snow, Jenna Hayes. Let's see. See, the problem is now it's kind of like when you say, hey, say something funny, and your mind goes blank. It's like 5 minutes from now, I'm going to remember like a freaking laundry list of...
We had a porn star in our offices a couple weeks ago.
We did, actually. We did.
A famous porn star.
Motion capture?
One that I've bookmarked.
So why do you guys have porn stars dropping by the Loot Interactive studios?
It's a long story.
Well,
it's a girthy story.
God. Is it game related?
No, it's not technically game related. We're opening up some new / old directions. We're getting back into doing our virtual world, virtual goods stuff.
Are you guys doing VR porn?
No, we're not doing porn.
That's a damn good idea, though.
Oh, that's going to be a huge business. Huge business someday.
No Pulse is saying bring it to Vive.
So that's what we're working on. We have this very big event next month called VR on the Lot at Paramount Pictures that we are working on a couple projects that we'll be showing there. And then we're towards the end of the year, beginning of 2017, we have a whole bunch of cool stuff coming. So it's not necessarily video games, really, but it's virtual world, VR, that kind of stuff.
Nice.
Great stuff. Really cool. It's really refreshing because, as you know, Joe, we came from PlayStation Home, and that's where Loot was born.
Yeah.
And it's so cool to be getting back to that because it's such a fantastic business. And it's only this time around, this kind of virtual world stuff is just going to be amazing. It's amazing what you're going to be able to do. It's going to change everything.
But I want more stuff on Xbox.
Yeah, that's right.
Is it coming to Xbox?
It'll be there. You'll see.
Nice.
Just be patient. There's a lot more coming. Not just from us. I'm talking about big stuff.
Some quick chat notes. No Pulse says, fuck off for Velocibox.
Thank you.
So, which leads me to wonder, is it coming to Xbox yet? I'm going to ask you every time you come on.
And we'll give you the same answer. There's no plans for it right now. But,
Make plans. I want it on Xbox. Needs to happen. And then Newbie says that he bought Qbert Rebooted, which Jason,
Awesome.
Don't you have a story about Qbert Rebooted?
No, I have no story about Qbert Rebooted. I have no idea what you're talking about. Nope. Hey, let's look at some more bondage gear.
Nice
oh no, David was the one who had a story about Qbert Rebooted.
Yes.
Oh God.
At E3, we're actually releasing a new version of Qbert Rebooted. I can't really talk about it right now, but it's a new version, which is really cool. So Jason was doing an interview with the platform, and we got to see the first cut of that interview today. So here's what happened. Originally, Danilo, our VP of, I forgot what his title is this week, was supposed to do the interview. And we were at E3. We had a bunch of press coming to see what we were showing there, the Hollywood Hills mansion. And so he had to stay there and deal with that. So he sent me to go do this interview. Well, I don't like sometimes doing those things, especially when I wasn't ready for it. So I'm like, Jesus. I was walking up, and all of a sudden, here come walking down the hall is Jason. I'm like, thank God.
Oh, no.
I'm like, dude, you have to do this interview. And he's like, what? Okay, because Jason's a ham. Deep down, he loves it. He loves it. He loves the camera. He loves being doing interviews. Not just being interviewed, but also doing the interviews. He loves being Carnival Barker Jason at E3 and IndieCade and all that other bullshit. He loves that. So I knew he would. He'd complain a little bit, but the reality is that he was like, "Yes, I get to be in front of a camera. Yes."
Oh God. I am an introvert. I am an introvert.
Oh, here comes the long river of bullshit. Hold your horses.
Oh, God.
I am. I mean, here's the thing: is the night before, like, I had been drinking quite a bit, and I'd gotten a really shitty haircut, so I had this chia pet, on my head, and I was wearing a dirty, stained shirt. Was not because Danilo is supposed to be like, he's the vice president of something or other this week, and he's supposed to be.
You know what I think it is? That's what it is this week.
And it's like, okay, he's gonna go do press, and it's like, all right, well, that's not happening. Oh, no problem. I mean, David will take care of it, and it's like, dude, you have to go on camera. What?
This is bullshit right here. This is the bullshit part, show.
So you watch the video, and it's just, my cheeks are wider than the continent of Asia.
They almost had to turn the camera to like 16 by 9, kind of like 11 by 14, maybe. Like a legal pad, kind of.
Were you storing acorns for the winter? What the hell is going on with your cheeks?
Dude, yeah. It is seriously bad, because here's the part that frustrates me is, you look at my family, all the men in my family, they are all stoic Norwegian military men. My dad is a freaking ex-Marine. He can bash bricks with his chin cleft. My grandfather, 6'2".
They use his chin cleft to sharpen knives. That's what Jason told me.
It's hardcore. He has a butt on his chin. His chin is just the prow of a war vessel. My grandfather, 6'2", merchant marine, went to war at 13. My great-grandfather learned to paint with no arms. I'm not making this up. He had aluminum appendages made and taught himself to paint again because fuck weakness. Now, you come from that lineage.
Yes.
Now, I got my jawline.
Now imagine how a chipmunk would be treated if they walked into a room with those oaks.
Yeah.
I think I found a good picture on your Facebook, Jason, that I am now showing our chat.
Oh, God, no.
Of you with big cheeks.
Oh, God. Every photo of me has big cheeks because I have big cheeks. And it has been a problem my entire life. And it kills me because I got my jawline, which is made out of balsa wood, from my mother's side of the family, which means I have no jawline.
I thought you got your cheek structure from your skin color from Casper the Friendly Ghost. Sorry, that joke took so long to get out; it wasn't worth it.
No, I mean it's like homeless children of the world can live inside my cheek pouches.
That joke would have been good if I would have just not stuttered like I had an issue.
Hey, word are tough.
It would have worked really well.
And it's just
I fucked it up.
But it's still good. And it's still valid because
it wasn't valid. It was delayed. I stuttered. It's terrible.
No Paul said you have girthy cheeks.
And it's just annoying as hell because I look at that on camera, like the video is paused. I don't even want to watch it because I'm like, I look like fucking Chippendale Rescue Rangers, and I have a chia pet on my head. And
you're wearing a dish towel.
I had slammed back-to-back Red Bulls because I had been drinking and I was hungover and there are bags under my eyes. And I'm like, guess what? You have to be on camera. Oh, fuck. All right, let me plaster on what's left of my conscious brain and say something that hopefully is intelligible. And my cheeks, Christ. We all secretly want to believe that we are Conan the Barbarian at the Battle of the Mounds. We want to believe this, right?
That's correct.
Right.
I'm in for that. I agree.
Exactly. We all want to believe that we're doing those cool moves with the badass sword, and we have the flowing hair, and we're going to kill people, and here comes that blonde chick, and it's
the
going to be
music. Awesome. Battle of the Mounds 1 is playing.
Exactly.
You still got 2 and 3 left over. Here comes fucking Franco Colombo
Yes.
and the other guy,
Yes.
Ben somebody. Ben, the football player on the Raiders. Shit.
Right. And, here's Sandal Bergman on your arm, and it's just everything
Oh,
is
she's
awesome.
dead. She's dead at this point.
Oh, yeah.
Come
Huh?
on,
Okay.
Jason, do you know the fucking movie?
Right. I know. I'm just upset about my cheeks. Because, we all entertain this fantasy that, I am big, tall, strong, look at the muscles. And instead you look at my face and it's like, oh, that's sweet. How does it feel to be born without a jaw? So, did they inflate balloons inside your cheeks to give you that wonderful cherubic complexion?
What happened is that when you're in the womb, here's what happened. Let me explain to you what happened. Your mom stood on her head, and what happened is that the bottom of your body pushed on your chin and pushed up that bone structure into your cheeks.
I would believe it because I look at what's left of my face and I'm turning into the blob. It's
not that bad. Let's be honest. It's not that bad.
No Pulse is asking how much shakies can you fit in those cheeks.
Oh, dude, I can fit an entire Shakey's restaurant into the lower half of my face is approximately 3 times the size of the upper half of my face. There are small moons orbiting my cheeks because they're that fat.
Nothing sticks up higher than your hair in that video.
And the scary part is that was a really short haircut for me.
I don't know why you keep saying that.
Because it was super short. I mean, like right now, my hair is all like longer up top. And
Jason, your hair in that video can get AM radio. That's how high.
Newbie is throwing out a Hail Mary. He says, I have a question. Will you give me a code for every Xbox One game you release?
Moving forward?
I'm not sure why I would do that.
Hey, I'm just reading the chat.
Why?
See, this is why, Jason, you should at least be on Beam. David has the excuse of being lazy and in front of his TV, where you're just at your computer and you're not on Beam.
Well, because here's the thing is, like, wait a minute. Let's see if I can make this. Because the thing is, if I open up Beam right now, with the audio coming out of the computer speakers, is it going to create like a weird feedback effect?
I don't know.
No,
as soon as you open it, just hit pause. Or
Jason,
mute.
your Wi-Fi is so slow, even feedback wouldn't make it through.
That is actually a good point.
It'll take 20 minutes before the feed starts. You'll have plenty of time to mute it.
There wouldn't be any feedback because we would be off by the time the sound made it through your Wi-Fi.
Okay, there we go. Okay, cool. Yeah, I've got Beam opened up here. Nice. Newbie says dog explosion. Dog explosion?
Oh, you missed the dog GIF I was showing before.
Nice.
I'll throw that one back up if your video is actually working.
Sort of.
Joe, how many games do you have?
Physical or digital?
I don't know how many. It's just. Can you keep it simple? I'm a simple guy. Can you just tell me how many games you have?
In total, across all platforms, physical and digital, I would say multiple thousands.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
How many physical games do you have?
Oh God, it depends on the platform. The most I have is on the 360. I'm probably sitting around maybe like 150 to 200. I haven't counted in a while.
Damn.
You have 150 360 games?
Yeah. And I actually used to have a lot more.
Holy shit.
Wow.
Is your house the size of a hotel?
No.
Oh my God.
Newbie has
newbies,
255.
I'm pretty sure I have not bought that many games in my life.
Newbie has 255 Xbox One games. I'm curious, is that physical or physical and digital? Because if we're going physical
Guys,
and digital...
This is not a contest. All right? Just let's get that straight.
I'm going to say, because physical and
I
digital...
think, Joe, it's a contest for you, isn't it?
On my hard drive right now, I have 812.
Oh my god.
You have 800 computer games?
No, Xbox One.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. There are more than 800 games on Xbox One?
Well, that also includes the 360 backward compatible titles.
I'm I just want to point out maybe slightly fewer games, and that would take care of the GoFundMe.
Jason, I need to talk to you.
Okay.
Did Joe just say he has 800 Xbox One games?
I think he did.
Yeah.
I actually think that just happened.
Yeah.
How long has the console been out?
Going on like 3-4 years? I don't know. Math.
You buy almost 300 games a year on Xbox?
Let's not forget that a big chunk of those are backward compatible titles. And then I've gotten a large number of games through this show.
Okay. All right.
But I still, yes, I have an absurd number of games.
Okay, so this actually becomes a very interesting question. With that many games, like, time management now legitimately becomes a logistical challenge.
Mm-hmm.
So, A, how much time on average do you actually devote to a game? B, when it's not, like, related to what you're doing for the show and what have you, like, what game have you found yourself going back to, if any?
Rock Band 4.
Interesting.
Yes,
okay, now why Rock Band 4?
Because I love the Rock Band franchise. I love playing Rock Band. And I have bought Rock Band 4 on the Xbox One, I believe, 4 times?
Wow.
No, 3 so far, because I bought it digital because I wanted to have it on my hard drive and not have to worry about swapping discs or anything. That was mainly a convenience thing. And then I bought the adapter to use 360 instruments on my Xbox One. It was, given issues with like signing in and stuff like that, so I ended up picking up the band bundle to get the drums and the new guitar. So that was twice. Best Buy was doing like a big sale on the guitar bundle, and I wanted to have a spare guitar for when people were around. So I picked it up, and that was the 3rd time. The 4th time will be next month when Rock Band Rivals comes out, which is like the new expansion, and then later on in the holiday season, they're going to add online play, and they have a newly designed guitar with that, and I'm grabbing that.
Joe, does Best Buy open early for you?
I wish.
Do they roll out a carpet and like wheel you around in a cart when you show up?
That would be amazing.
I'm not sure. I bet you can negotiate that with them. I would definitely try.
The funny thing is, like,
amount of money.
I'm on a first name basis with a number of the people who work there. I walk in and it's like,
you should work there.
Handshakes and hellos and they know me.
Joe, of course they do. You pay their salary. Are you kidding me?
I'm really trying to determine in my head, have I ever bought anywhere close to that number of games in my life?
The answer is probably no.
I have about half of that in my Bandcamp collection. So I buy that much music. And yes, I still buy music.
Hey, a lot of people do.
Yeah. But half, Joe. Half.
Yeah, that is...
Box. collection.
That is a heroic amount of video games.
That is a heroic amount of shopping.
Well, don't forget with the 360 stuff, that's over 10 years worth of games.
I don't know why you keep trying to justify the 360 deal. Why?
I don't know.
There's no difference to me. I don't know. It's a game, isn't it? Right? You bought a game.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't need it. I don't need to go any deeper than that. That constitutes a purchase.
Oh my God, Gamerscore. No Pulse is asking about Gamerscore. Newbie is rattling off like hundreds upon hundreds of games here. This is hardcore at a level so far beyond anything that I can comprehend. It's amazing to me.
I wouldn't be surprised if Best Buy picks you up in the morning and drives you to the store.
That would be nice, so I wouldn't have to deal with traffic.
Amazon's going to open one of their stores right next to your house.
The funny thing, Amazon has been fucking me so much lately.
Where you going, Bubba?
With just orders and delays, it's like I pay Amazon Prime so I could get shit on release date, and there's been times they're not even shipping it until like the day after it releases. Like that.
Really? I've never had that happen.
That pisses me off. It's like, oh, we're
sorry. Is it because
sorry.
where you're located?
No.
It's gotta be.
I previously lived in a smaller town and I got stuff on release day. It's just, I'm in a bigger, more populated city now. It's just they're not shipping it until after it's supposed to be shipped. I don't know what their fucking deal is.
Let me tell you what happens in Los Angeles with Amazon. You literally have an army of people driving around just throwing products out the window of their car, and it lands in somebody's on their front porch or their front door, and it's usually the right stuff. I mean, usually there's so much delivery going on of Amazon stuff just in my neighborhood. It's like every hour Amazon is dropping something off to somebody's house.
Jeez.
I mean, we get stuff early, Joe.
Well, you guys have like the same day delivery, don't you?
Yeah, we have that. I get deliveries on Sunday.
Yeah, we're not that cool over here.
It's just it's amazing here. Amazon is amazing in Los Angeles. That I can tell you.
Look, in Los Angeles, when someone wants extra girthy, they want it now.
Yes. And I think Amazon just bought extragirthy.com.
Extragirthy.com. Now we find out, is extragirthy.com a thing? And
you're definitely on a list now.
Oh, it cannot be reached. The server's DNS address could not be found. Search Google for extra girthy. Let's try that.
Oh my God! What the hell?
I bet Kentucky Fried Chicken is probably 6th on the list, right?
I don't. But the top thing is Love Honey Basic 7-inch extra girthy realistic dildo.
Yep, I just got the same result.
Joe, you have the cookies in your computer.
It knows.
So of course they're gonna. Yeah, exactly.
It knows.
Wow.
Now, if I were to Bing that,
it'd just come up. Nothing.
You have to wonder, like, how do they have, with keeping a straight face, production meetings where they come up with names for these things? Where it's like, all right, so what are we going to name this latest D-cell powered solar paneled gigantic dildo? Should we call it the extra girthy love wand? Should we call it
the cum buckets XL?
Like, how did they actually seriously focus group these names? This is amazing to me.
That's what you need to find out, Jason. That is your new goal in life. I wonder if I could contact Love Honey to get a sponsorship deal on this show.
I would do it tomorrow.
The SML podcast brought to you by Love Honey.
You have to do it tomorrow.
For when you need a 7-inch girthy dildo in your life.
I mean,
And
we've
your
got
asshole.
I mean, just from this show, we got him at least 3 more clicks.
We've given them way too many clicks for something that's not at all related to dildos. I mean, for the most part, really. Kind of. I mean, damn
Joe,
it, we've turned into an almost respectable news and review show until you guys show up.
Yeah.
I was going to say, you were
up,
respectable.
sure.
We're just coming in to completely foobar that.
The Lou Interactive
Yeah,
shows
like-
are where we devolve back into what we used to be.
Yeah, like Cro-Magnon. And
That's why I miss these kind of
Yeah,
shows.
talk about. I mean, I would guess that people would like to come on your show and talk about what their company is doing, and all the great games that they're developing, and all the new things that are coming out. We talk about diarrhea, how much money Joe spends.
How out of breath I get opening a box.
Websites, the 10 minutes of shaking a box on an unboxing video, which I've never seen.
Hey, the video is only 6 minutes long.
yeah.
Don't go exaggerating.
And giant
Unboxing.
dongs.
The unboxing video, Joe, isn't supposed to be about you opening the box.
Yeah, it is.
It's supposed to be what's about inside the box, not you opening the box.
I get there.
Yeah, I mean, I imagine SML podcast nowadays like, no, we're respectable, and here's some masterpiece theater music, and we're going to have indirect lighting and talk in somber monotone, and then it's like, yes, and now we're working on our latest project, and meanwhile Lou comes in. All right, who wants some extra girthy nudity?
Dicks and dicks and dicks and dicks and dicks and dicks and dicks.
There's so much shaking in your this latest unboxing video. It should have come with an epilepsy warning, like on the fucking video games. I'm like, Jesus Christ, stop shaking.
I mean, we live in seismically active territory over here. We're watching this go, and that's triggering us going, shit, big one's happening.
What's going on? Why is the brown screen shaking?
I can't wait until
Joe's
I
opening
get
the box.
another collector's edition, just so I could do an even more
that,
long
tomorrow?
and drawn out unboxing.
Joe, is that happening tomorrow?
Probably November, because I'm getting like the Forza Ultimate Edition, but I don't know if that's really worth unboxing.
What, you just don't even take it out of the box?
Well, it's just like a steel book in the game and DLC. It's not really a collector
Do
edition.
you buy things you don't open?
Well, no, I open everything.
Okay.
I don't buy stuff to just keep on my shelf. I at least, like, when I buy things, it is with the full intent to play it and enjoy it. Sometimes it doesn't happen.
I must admit, I have bought things I have not opened.
See, I open I think I have one sealed game on my shelf. And that is Metroid Prime Trilogy on the Wii. Still the steelbook, like the big collector edition.
God, the Wii, it has been ages since I've played on that.
Joe, how many hours a day do you play games?
Lately? Oh man. I'd say minimum 5.
Every day?
Most days, yeah. Because we're just covering so much stuff with the show lately.
Yeah, that I get. I get that. Yeah, the show for sure. But I'm talking about like for recreational purposes.
Not that much, because I'm too busy playing stuff for the show.
Yeah, it just so happens you made a show out of what you love to do. That's fantastic.
I mean, the downfall for me is we're covering so much with the show that, like, I still haven't played Doom.
Wow.
And did you buy that?
Yeah.
So you bought it. You weren't sent it for the show. You bought it.
Yeah, we're not cool enough to get bigger stuff like that. I actually bought the collector's edition for Doom, and I'm showing off the statue on the stream right now.
Oh, I think I watched that unboxing video. But
now
now
this is interesting.
See, that was the question. Jason and I had a conversation about that today. It's like, how much stuff do you buy day one now? I mean, because you know it's going to go on sale.
The thing is, I have the mindset that if it's something that I don't get, that's going to be the one that sells out and doesn't drop in price.
Yeah, but are you buying these for a collection, like to eventually sell it one day?
You have seen my house. It is kind of a collection.
Yeah, but they're all open. They're not sealed. So
yeah, I like having these cool figures on display, and the reaction when people come in my house and they look around and they just have like an open jaw of like, wow, your house looks cool. And like the reaction that you gave me when watching the video, it's like a Toys R Us behind you. You know, that's I take pride in just having cool shit in my house that people can check out. I mean, when I die, my wife is fucked trying to get rid of it all.
Or if you decide to move.
Oh, we've moved, and it gets worse every time.
Wow. You should just call it Joe's R Us.
Joe's R Us. Yeah, I got to pare stuff down quite a bit. I really do. But I just enjoy it. It's cool to
No, that's cool, man.
To have and enjoy
it. Yeah, if you enjoy it, why do you have to pare it down? Just rock on.
Because I do have too much. I really do need to cut it down a little bit.
Much probably years ago. Now
Now it's just a problem.
To the dark side.
It's just absurd amount of stuff. Just Jorders.
Yeah.
It's a whole new level of collecting.
And again, you've only seen brief looks in the video.
Joe, I've seen the background of a YouTube video.
Yeah.
And I already know that there's a museum in that house.
Now you just need to take a trip to Pennsylvania and drop by and check it out yourself.
That sounds like a must.
But
you have to.
You can go to MagFest in January.
You have to do a tour on YouTube. You have to. I want to see all the toys. Oh, seriously, I want to see them. I will never see those toys, so I'd love to see what you got there.
All right,
show up.
I'll do one just for you.
I'll watch them.
I'll have to dust some stuff though.
Fuck that. I don't care about that. Just let's see what you got.
All right, I'll figure something out. I'll get something going.
Yeah, man, I'm serious. I'd love to see it. I'd love to see your collection.
I mean, no pulse in the chat.
You got some really cool shit there.
Yeah. No awesome. Pulse is right. It's like I could be playing Recore, but girthy dongs. Exactly. See,
it's all about the dongs.
Yeah, and
so what else do you buy? What are you buying? What are you buying this holiday season? What are you buying in the AAA season?
My big one that I absolutely must get is Forza Horizon 3. When does that? That is the 23rd
of October.
No, this month. So it's a week and a half away.
Oh my god, dude, that's awesome.
Yeah, Forza Horizon 3. The next biggest one for me is Rock Band Rivals. I mean, I have a bunch of stuff that I would like to get, and I'm planning on picking up. I just don't know how much of it will happen. But, you know, I'm excited for Dead Rising 4. I'm kind of excited for The Last Guardian. I'm still kind of cautious on that one. Final Fantasy 15.
Yeah.
Let's see what else.
Dude, you've just read off about 9,000 hours of gameplay time.
To be fair, Rock Band itself is like 9,000 hours of time.
Yeah, why even buy any of that shit? Because you got one game that you're gonna play for 9,000 hours, and then by the time you get done with that, they'll be on a new platform, so you don't even have to buy the other ones.
True.
You'll have to be backward compatible on all these other ones because PlayStation 7 will be out or Xbox 3, whatever they call it.
See, that's one of the cool things with Rock Band is that so much of the DLC from last generation works on the Xbox One. So because of last generation, I have obviously a ridiculous amount of songs in Rock Band 4.
Man. No, I mean, there's only a handful of games that I play in any given year. And it's just, lack of time or what have you. And that is a heroic amount of gaming going on in that library.
Yeah.
You could start your own streaming service, the amount of songs you have in Rock Band.
And you don't even know how many I have in Rock Band.
No, I have a great idea.
Throw out a number. Let's see how close you are.
It's about the same amount of worlds in fucking No Man's Land. Sky.
I wish. Oh, man. And then Nikki Baby in chat saying that she has a mad number of songs in Rock Band thanks to our show because, Rock Band hooked us up during our SML 200 contest. They hooked us up with $200 worth of DLC, and Nikki Baby in the chat is the winner, and she got all that DLC.
Nice.
Yeah. And it pales in comparison to my DLC.
Oh, you're kidding, really?
Yeah.
You have 1,000 songs?
2,200.
What?
Good God.
Yeah.
You have 2,200 songs in Rock Band.
In Rock Band 4, which is worth noting because there's a number of songs that have not made it over yet because they've been removed from sale or like the licensing expired. And then there's also a ton of Rock Band Network songs that aren't available on Rock Band 4.
Damn, son.
Yeah.
I don't know anyone like you, Joe.
I'm a special guy.
Yeah. You are like the king of collectors.
I have problems. I really do.
No, I think it's awesome.
It's impressive. Because here's the thing, we all geek out over something.
Yeah.
And you see people who are like crazy NFL, sports memorabilia, go to the games, paint their faces, get dressed up. How is that any different than someone going to PAX and cosplaying? It's all about what we personally geek out for.
Yeah. And I enjoy
awesome.
Rock Band, so
I love buying music and listening to music and having it. My CD collection is over 1,000.
yeah, I don't have anywhere near that number of CDs.
Yeah, and I've got a shit ton of music on digital. But that's what I love.
I mean, basically, I play Dragon Age.
I moved my camera, so if you're watching the stream, you could see my actual CD collection behind me.
You collect a lot of video games. I collect a lot of music, and Jason collects acorns in his cheeks. It's all right. No problem.
I'm storing up for the winter.
Which is brutal in Los Angeles.
It's incredibly brutal. I mean, the slightest bit of rain, and there are body counts.
Oh,
we had some rain the other day here in LA. It literally, I got hit with 5 drops.
Yeah,
5 drops.
That sounds horrible. How did you survive?
The 405 was shut down due to flooding. There was 7 raindrops.
Yep.
Man.
Street. The rain lasted for about 4 seconds, and they shut down the 405. It was closed due to, like I said, some flooding. The news helicopters were out doing storm watch. But unfortunately, by the time
thoughts
the
and prayers
helicopters got
go
up
out.
By the time the helicopters got up in the air to cover the storm watch, it was actually sunny again. So they just fucked up.
Yeah.
Our thoughts and prayers go out to the victims of all 5 raindrops.
To the 26 storm of 2016.
Rainpocalypse.
Yep, a raindrop hit an old lady in the eye, and she just wiped her eye. So that was
She was
the
blinded.
victim. She was blinded for half a second until she got a tissue and wiped her eye, and God only knows what happened after that.
The
It
slightest
was a serious tragedy.
it was horrible. I mean, people were traumatized. There's actually like discussion over, should there be some new legislation? It's pretty hardcore. I mean, 5 drops is a lot.
Yep. There was so much water. There was so much water on one of the bridges, it collapsed. The whole mountainside fell into the ocean.
And the crazy thing is, like, when you guys get rain out there and the mudslides, like, Jesus, shit gets insane out there.
Oh, it's ridiculous.
Well,
And
you could only imagine what it's like if you just take some ramen and add water to it and turn on a sign and add water to it. Of course, it's going to fall. It's been dried. It's drier than anything else on the planet. It's one step above astronaut food. And you add water to it, and all of a sudden it just rolls down the hill because you live on the side of a hill.
Yeah.
Dummy. Dummy.
I mean,
Listen.
yeah.
You're fighting the most powerful force in the universe.
Yeah.
Gravity. You built your house on the side of a cliff.
Smart people in the world.
Not a good idea.
Yeah, we're going to build a house on the side of a cliff that's incredibly dry, that is eroding faster than what's left of my jawline. Now, Newbie here says in the chat, you think 5 drops is a lot. Wait until there's 6 drops. Newbie, come on, man. Not cool. People are going to die.
Someone would start building an ark at 6 drops.
At 6 drops, like, seriously, I'm not sure LA is prepared for that level of tragedy.
That's like snow in Florida.
God,
no, it can't be, because here's the thing. Florida is filled with people who used to live in snow. So they get the idea. They get an idea of, okay, it's snowing here. Just be careful while you're driving.
Okay, then snow in Georgia.
Yeah. These people out here, when they see water coming from the sky, they think someone is attacking.
It's a terrorist attack.
They just, if they're on the freeway, they just close their eyes. That's what happens.
Oh my God.
If they're in the car, it's better to close your eyes and lower the visors. Now, that's another thing that really pisses me off around here. People drive here with their visors down.
Yep.
Even when the sun's not out.
Yep.
It's not a joke. That's not a joke. That is serious. So when you decide to reduce your field of vision by 30 to 40%, you're probably not going to see that car that's driving, next to you for some reason. You're going to crash into somebody who stopped that you couldn't see their car because your visor is down.
And then you cry that you broke your nail or something.
Well, that's after you smash into the back of my car.
Yeah. No, Paul saying there's a reason I left SoCal. David is naming just a few. So rain and crashes. Sounds like a good reason to leave.
Trying to navigate Los Angeles on a daily basis, you're taking your life into your hands, because it's, all right, I'm going to get on the 405. Well, good luck. You're probably not going to make it. Slightest bit of rain. Well, you're leaving your house. Good luck. You're probably not going to make it. Okay, you're going to try to go home at any hour of the day prior to noon. Yeah, you're still on the road. There's just no easy way to make it work out here.
There is no reason for there to be a traffic jam on a freeway at 8 o'clock on Saturday morning. There's no reason for that. And it's packed with people. Packed.
Yeah, that's nuts. Last time I was in California, I want to say like 12, maybe 10 years old. And I just remember the massive, massive traffic jam that we were in at like midnight after getting picked up from the airport by my uncle.
Yep.
What, how many video games did you buy on that trip?
Believe it or not, back then I really wasn't like as big into game. Like I had an NES back then, but clearly I couldn't decide what games to get myself because my family wasn't rich when we were young. So I guess I'm just living out my game owning fantasies now that I'm older and I can get all this shit.
Yeah, it's like, all right, since I wasn't able to get all this stuff then, this will become my life. Give me more the games.
So we back to the original question, which happened about 45 minutes ago. What what else did you buy for the holidays so far?
I'm excited about Atari Flashback Volumes 1 and 2 coming out.
Don't you already have all of those games already?
No, I don't have any. Like, I don't have any Atari stuff. I've gone through and sold a lot of older stuff, and it's like cycles. I would go through cycles where it's like, oh, I collect a bunch of NES and SNES and Genesis, and then I'm like, well, I'm not really playing them, so I might as well just get rid of everything. And
Joe, do you know that room in your house where you don't go into? You know that room? You know that room?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's in there. Those games are in there. Just go in that room. I know you haven't been in there for quite some time. The games are in there.
Believe it or not, I honestly don't own an Atari or any old Atari
you just
stuff.
Forgotten about it.
That'd be cool if I forgot about it.
It's kind of like grandma. You just forgotten about it.
What about you two? What games are you guys looking forward to?
Definitely going to play For Honor when that comes out because I played the demo and really enjoyed it.
That's not really holiday, though. That's next year.
Yeah, that's true. Good
Jason
point.
celebrates the holidays for a long time, Joe.
He'll be drunk clear into March.
It's months of celebration.
Yeah, I mean, keep in mind, I'm still playing frickin' Dragon Age. I'm slightly behind the times.
Atari is stashed behind the box of dongs. God.
I'm on my 200th playthrough of Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. That's the last game I bought.
Nice.
Thanks. You're all weak.
Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. I remember playing that game just insanely addicted for years. Trying to beat some of those guys. I'd get right past about King Hippo, and then all of a sudden, forget it. I'm getting whacked. It's bad.
I would say
manage to beat him?
I would say on the list of my greatest accomplishments in life, my children, Loot Interactive, and beating Bald Bull. So.
Oh, damn, you beat Bald Bull. That's really good.
I remember the moment I beat Bald Bull. It was
nice.
First, it was disbelief because I probably took 700 times to try and beat Bald Bull. And when I finally did it, it was like incredible. Incredible.
Yeah, because you just have that cathartic, that rush of it actually just happened.
Yeah,
I am all that is man.
Yeah, it's like that. It must be like what creation is like, where that flash moment of where you just become. That's what it must feel like. Being full.
Like No Pulse said that you know kids, Lewd Interactive, Bald Bull, and then being on the SML podcast talking about dongs.
Yeah, I only went to 3. So if I was to go to 4.
So
let's face it, talking about dongs on the air, why not? I mean, that's just... There's certain advantages to being a grown-up, and that is one of them.
Talking about dongs. Dicks and dongs.
Hey, Joe, do you watch a lot of Twitch? Do you watch Twitch?
Not as much as I used to. Like, I never used to really be into Twitch, and then I started watching Shiz Blacka stream, and I've kind of just hung around his chat a lot, and then he started playing a lot of Destiny, and I kind of like, I don't want to watch this. So I haven't been watching as much as I used to because I don't give a fuck about Destiny.
Do you have the Destiny statue?
Yeah, I have the Ghost Edition of Destiny, and that's part of the reason.
It's really a stupid question on my part. Of course you have it.
That's part of the reason I don't give a fuck about Destiny anymore, is because I was so burned by that game.
What is that game like? I mean, I watch it a lot on Twitch, but is it a first-person shooter, or is it just like a MOBA thing? What is the deal?
It's a first-person shooter. No Pulse is saying it's kind of like Halo, but there is kind of not really a massively multiplayer online aspect to it, but just like a multiplayer where the planets that you go to, they'll have other people running around. It's just campaign, and then you team up and they have raids that you can go to, so they have MMO aspects like that of just doing raids and repeating the raids and repeating the raids and doing the raids some more and then doing more raids.
So after the raids are done, and then after those raids are done,
and then hope that the DLC has new raids, because they don't give enough in the normal content.
Interesting. Now I'm thinking, for variety's sake, what about, I don't know, maybe a raid or two?
Yeah, there's some raids.
Okay. Well, at least there's raids.
Yeah, there's not many raids though. That's the problem, is that there's, it's clearly grown over the 2 expansions and then the third, the Taken King. I don't know if that's an expansion or like a whole new mega expansion, whatever. But
I watched a dude go through that whole thing in one sitting on Twitch.
Jesus.
The whole DLC, just in one sitting. It wasn't that long.
Yeah, $40 DLC for Taken King.
And how long it took? I don't know how long it took him. Like an hour? Is that possible?
Probably for the actual campaign stuff, and then I'm sure the raids were longer because they're...
That's a ripoff.
Yeah.
Ouch. It doesn't look that fun, really.
Some people are into it. I'm not.
Halo. Looks like Halo to me.
Yeah, it's a more open. The big draw is like when you're not doing the missions, there's kind of like open worldy side quests that you can do of just like exploring and.
You know what it reminds me of? What reminds me of it is Titanfall 2. Did you play that? Did you play the beta or whatever?
I didn't play any of the multiplayer stuff. I just did like the training for it, and then when the actual beta happened, I completely forgot about it.
Oh, I bet they appreciate that.
Oh yeah, probably. I mean, they had how many million people playing it? I'm sure they'll be fine without my bug reports. They'll live.
I watch people play on Twitch and played on Twitch. It looked like Destiny to me. I mean, it was the same kind of like. I mean, if you're in a first-person shooter and you can just hip fire your way through it, what the hell is that?
Yeah.
What the hell is that?
I heard that they removed the AI characters from the multiplayer in Titanfall 2, and if that's true, that takes out a lot of the reason that I played the first one. Because I'm not good at first-person shooters. And when I played Titanfall, I could just go after the AI grunts and feel like I'm contributing. It's not much, but, you know, I contribute a handful of points to the team. I could luck out every now and then and kill an actual player, which was always neat. When they weren't looking at me and I just, like, hit them from behind.
Nice.
But if they take out the AI...
Jason does that to girls.
Just punch him in the back of the head and run
Look,
away.
just because there's certain online dating sites that I frequent.
And dildos. He hits him with a dildo from behind.
I'm just saying, you know, extra girthy has its uses.
How many concussions have you given?
Can I plead the fifth on that?
Just hitting people with a girthy dildo from behind.
Well, No Pulse just nailed it. Yeah, I do live in that Topanga Canyon region. Just saying, there's only one way in and one way out of this neighborhood.
Back to my original comment.
I'm definitely on some lists now.
I think we all are.
I'm putting you on the list. I'm calling somebody after this show.
So, I mean, the reality is I don't have time for girls and all that. That would just get in the way of video gaming.
Oh my god, that's such bullshit, Jason. Why do you
No
say
Pulse. I may get divorced after this show. Oh my! I think we're all staring at a divorce right now. Thankfully, my wife isn't home, and like pretty much everyone else I know, she doesn't listen to this show, so I'm safe.
Would be a step in the right direction.
I'm just saying, I'm divorced now for 7 years. Yeah, 7 years.
So you're leading the charge.
I was about to say, it's just one of these things where, ironically, now my ex-wife is like my best friend, and we get along really well, but never should have been married.
That huge dong is in your browser history. Oh yeah, like that's the worst thing in my browser history. I go on Reddit daily. There is so much worse than a dong in my browser history.
I would love to go in a TARDIS, grab like fucking Shakespeare or Plato or just some luminary from the past, you know, Thomas Aquinas. It's like, here, sit down and read Reddit for an hour. Now give us your commentary on the human race.
Hey, Joe, can you imagine dealing with these kind of tangents all day long? That's my life.
I know. I think I'd enjoy it. I need to plan a trip to California and just get like a Loot Interactive studio tour and then like just become more corrupted than I already am.
So we'd start the tour, then 5 minutes later the tour's over, and then what are we going to do?
Go to Shakey's?
Go to Shakey's. That's a good idea.
Shakey's works. I'm up for that.
Jason could introduce me to porn stars, clearly.
Joe, we can do this tomorrow. Hop on a plane. We're going to Shakey's. We'll do the tour at 11:55. By noon, we'll be at Shakey's, and then we have lunch.
You've seen my house. I can't afford a flight to California.
I bet those toys are on more flights than you've been on in your life.
Maybe.
There's a lot of toys there.
You have a lot of toys, dude.
Hey, Jason, I worked for Spearmint Rhino doing their website years ago.
Oh my!
There you go. You and No Pulse have something to talk about now. Aside from the dildos, clearly.
I was gonna say, I mean, when you're building camaraderie over porn, that's just, it's a common language no matter where you are.
That's a friendship that lasts a lifetime.
You could be in like the freaking mountains of Tibet at the monastery, and you could be like, so, browsers? And, you know, the monks will be like, yes. That's how it works.
Jenna Jameson?
Jason just accused monks in Tibet of watching porn.
I wouldn't be shocked.
Saying.
Dude, they don't have fucking cable up there.
There's options.
There's satellite, David.
Don't
clearly.
have DirecTV dishes hanging off of the monastery.
That'd be amazing.
Trying to watch Adults at Night or whatever on fucking DirecTV.
I'm just saying, it's like from Batman Begins when Christian Bale climbs the mountain and there's freaking Ra's al Ghul with a bunch of ninjas in the middle of Iceland. They've got to have some like satellite porn coming in. They just have to.
Oh, I'm tired of watching Gotham News over and over and over.
I honestly don't understand how Jason can remember these things in movies that he saw like 10 years ago. That's amazing. Dude, I can't remember shit.
Oh, I'm there too. I don't remember half the shit.
Because, like, do you remember in this part where this movie in like Star Wars? We're talking about Star Wars. Do you remember in so and so where Episode 3 where this guy does this and this happens and that happens? I'm like, dude, I've seen that movie like 20 times. I don't remember. I don't have any idea what you're talking about.
Who are you? Why are we talking right now?
I know what we're talking about. He's telling me shit that happens in a movie that he saw 15 years ago, and I'm like, I know I saw that movie, but there's no way I remember any of that shit.
It's like Dragon Age. I just keep playing it until I know every line of dialogue because I have no life and my cheeks need more food.
Joe, do you have the Dragon Age statue? I just assume you buy a statue for every game that's out. So.
Dragon Age didn't really have a statue with it. The new one, Inquisition, had like some kind of little collector set that had like map pieces and like there was no actual statue to it.
Did you buy the I Am Bread Collector's Edition?
If there was an I Am Bread Collector's Edition, I would buy the fuck out of that.
Jason and I are going to create the Loot I Am Bread Collector's Edition, even though it's not even our game. But we'll just create the Collector's Edition, and it'll just be a loaf of bread.
I wonder if there is an I Am Bread Collector's Edition, because they have that. What the hell's that website that puts out collector boxes of shit?
It'd be like a loaf of like moldy bread.
We actually talked to those guys about doing virtual goods when we were doing home. What's the name of that?
Yeah.
Jason, what's the name of those guys that do all the stuff?
Oh God, I'm just. See, I can remember what happened in episode 3 15 years ago. I can't freaking remember this.
Joe, what's the name of those guys that do the statues? You know, you collect statues.
Well, there's a bunch of different statue companies.
You know, the big one.
Project Triforce?
I'm not talking about Japanese cartoons. I'm talking about the guys who make the statues.
Yeah, Project Triforce. Triforce, they're the ones who made the Recourse statue.
Project Triforce? I've never heard of them.
Yeah, they did the Mirror's Edge statue. They do a lot of collector statues.
The other one, the big one that has the big booth at the at Comic-Con. And
I don't go to Comic-Con. I don't know.
Jason, you know what I'm talking about, right?
I know what you're talking about, and
they came in. We were going to do virtual goods of like the monsters. Do you remember from home?
Yeah, I totally remember this, and my brain has gone into Vorlon space and was never seen
wait,
again.
Sideshow Collectibles. That's it.
Yes.
Sideshow Bob Collectibles.
Sideshow Joe Collectibles. That's your house.
I Am Bread Collector's Edition, PC CD, 1999 pounds, British pounds. Oh? The game, soundtrack, and a poster. So,
no, we need statues. Otherwise, fuck it.
It needs a bread statue.
Yeah.
Talk to them, get them to do it, and then get them to bring it to the fucking Xbox, too. Like, what the hell? I want I Am Bread on Xbox. It's bullshit that it's only on PlayStation.
Really?
No Pulse says Qbert statue. There you go. Make it happen. Electronic Superjoy statue.
An Electronic Superjoy statue would be rated M for mature. Hell yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, and
it's on that site.
It has an audio chip, so you push a button on it, and it's just.
Jason, here's what we'll do. We'll just buy a bunch of dildos and wrap them in plastic, and just put put a code in there, and call it the ESJ Collector's Edition.
That'd be incredible, actually.
Genius. We'll charge like $100.
$149.99.
Yeah. And if you want the Super Ultimate Collector's Edition, you get 2 dildos. That's
throw in
it.
some D-cell batteries and
Yeah, a magazine or two.
You could do, instead of like a skull and crossbones, you could do the character's head from Electronic Super Joy and then 2 dildos crossing underneath it.
For DLC, we'll have the double-headed. I mean, just
that's what Jason puts on his shield when he plays Dragon Age.
Is it wrong that I would legitimately buy this collector's edition?
It's a pizza with cross dildos over the top.
Pizza dildos.
Yeah.
And every Electronic Super Joy collector's edition comes with a coupon for Shakey's Pizza.
What do they call the thing, Jason? You play those fantasy night game bullshit things. What do they call? Yeah, that's it. What do you call the thing that you put on your shield? What is it? Crest. Your crest, right? Yeah, that's your crest. It's a pizza, a couple dildos.
Oh my god!
Porn web links and some acorns.
I would legitimately buy that collector's edition.
I am Sir Fat Cheeks, Lord of Chipmunk.
The Loot Collector's Edition. It's no game. There's no game. It's just a bunch of shit we throw in a box. And send it to you.
The Velocibox Collector's Edition just comes with like a noose so you could hang yourself.
No, it's just a big bottle of frustration.
A noose and like a bottle of rum and some pills.
The last game that almost made me quit. That's Velocibox.
And you need to bring it to Xbox. God damn it, David.
It's one of the best video games ever made.
It's just evil.
Joe, you know what I want to do? I want to bring Velocibox to VR.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
That's what I want to do.
PlayStation VR?
Every time I tell people I want to do that in the office, they start yelling at me.
Well, because, people are just going to be having, like, seizures and dying and blowing chunks.
This is what they say to me. Joe, this is what they say. I say, guys, we need to bring Velocibox to VR. And Jason, tell me what you say to me all the time. Go.
People are going to blow chunks. They're going to fall and break their ass. They're going to die. They're going to have seizures and fits.
Joe, do you know what I say?
Those all sound like reasons to do it.
I say, yes. Exactly.
It's just...
Stare at me. They stare at me, and I stare at them, and then we just go back to work.
My soul hurts that you haven't brought it to Xbox. Like you could give it Kinect integration so that like you lean left and right to control it.
Yeah. All you have to do, we will do it. All you have to do is promise me that you and 30,000 of your friends will buy it.
I believe you have me as well as No Pulse, and I would assume Nikki Baby would buy it as well. Okay, so there's 3. We're getting there.
We're only short about 29,997 more people.
Yeah, we can make it.
Dildos for everyone.
The Dildo Collector Edition with Velocibox.
We'll make a Velocibox Collector's Edition for Xbox. It'll be unique to the Xbox.
Do it.
It'll be the game and a barf bag.
That would be amazing. Dong box. There you go.
Maybe a dildo.
Instead of a box, it's just a dildo flopping around on the course.
That's going to be the PlayStation. We're going to do a physical copy of ESJ for PlayStation, and it's going to be just the game and a dildo. Thank you.
I don't know how we're going to get this through the ratings agencies, but fuck them. This needs to happen.
This has nothing to do with them.
The collector's items are not rated by the ESRB.
Exactly.
Right. Yeah, there's no toy police, is there, Joe? You would know.
I don't fucking know.
Joe, you know, you got enough toys in that house.
I don't think I have anything pornographic though. No Pulse says you need to include lube as well, so you can easily fuck yourself.
Okay. Well, listen. we don't build our collector's editions just for him. Okay, if he needs lube, he got to go to the store and buy it himself, like food.
Real men use spit.
Real men go buy their own stuff at the store. Real men go buy their own sex toys, right, Jason?
Yes. I mean, right. So,
there's a reason why Jason lives in an alley.
Yeah, I'm just saying we will ship every copy of ESJ with a dong in a discreetly marked box.
That just says dong included on the packaging.
You know what you should do when you post this podcast is just write in the description. There's really no point to listening to this. Nothing worth listening to is said. Don't worry about it. If you have nothing else to do and you just want some noise on in the background, this is the podcast for you.
Yeah.
That is every episode of our show, technically.
We really have nothing much to say except for a bunch of bad jokes and laughing at Jason.
I mean, some of this may be broadcastable. Maybe.
No, none of it.
Well, public access, there's always that.
Not a fucking word of this would ever make it on air.
Well, now you just ruined it, Joe. What the fuck?
Ah, dag nabbit. I said the fuck word.
Damn it. Damn it.
I would have gotten away with it, too, if it wasn't for you damn kids.
Dang it to heck.
Jason, you need to get an Xbox One.
I do, actually. I really do.
You don't have an Xbox One? What the fuck, Jason? I thought we were friends.
We dev on all of this at work all day, so it's like, yeah, we have Xbox at work, we got PlayStation at work, we got all this stuff at work, and then I go home and I have the internet Wi-Fi of a potato. I live in Coruscant.
Joe, his internet, his Wi-Fi is so bad that you can't. Like on PlayStation, you can join your friends. You can't do that with Jason. There's not enough bandwidth coming out of his house to join or watch him play games. And he's like, dude, because I wanted to watch him play Dragon Age because he talks about it all the time. So I'm like, oh, cool. And I've never watched Dragon Age, so I don't know what it's about. So I wanted to watch it, and I could not connect to his thing because his Wi-Fi is running at 1996 speed.
I mean, yeah, you couldn't connect to the Wi-Fi because the Wi-Fi basically has just given up and died. I mean, it's so brutally bad.
Have you considered moving?
Oh, it was hilarious. Like, I just downloaded the latest, system firmware, and I was like, oh man, that's a 318 megabyte file. This is gonna take a while. Like, I better leave the console on all night.
You wake up, it's like 12% done.
I would invite you to the For Honor beta because you can invite your friends, but there's no way Jason could download this size of a file this year.
No way.
The game would be out by the time you downloaded the beta or alpha.
Yeah. I mean, it's hilarious where it's like, I work in software. I help produce video games for a living. I live in Los Angeles, and my internet is basically on par with like sub-Saharan Antarctica. I mean, it's just freaking brutal. I mean, there is absolutely no connectivity up here. It's starving.
There are starving children in Africa who have better internet than Jason.
That's true, actually. It's legitimately sad. I mean, I live up in this canyon where there's only one cell phone provider that even gives any service up here.
Yeah, and it's Canadian.
No, No Pulse actually has an interesting idea.
Canada,
take my console to work.
Canada actually, because they have some repeater on the top of a mountain in the fucking middle of nowhere, and it's able to reach down only on when it's not cloudy out, and Jason can pick up the internet on some kind of a receiver
Rabbit
that they
ears.
have. Yeah, they have up in that area.
The rabbit ears have to be pointed in just the right direction with minimal cloud cover. Otherwise, I'm fucked.
I like to imagine when Jason sends an email from home, there's like some dude sitting outside with a like a flash drive who just pulls it out, hops on a llama, and like runs into town.
That's pretty close.
Package. Jason orders something from Amazon, and the box shows up in the address. They look at the address on the box, and they're like, "Where the fuck is this?"
I mean, it's hilarious because it's like I live in LA. Okay, well, that's modern civilization. Yeah, but I'm in this canyon that's like from Brigadoon from the 19th century. It's just insane. And sending an email from here really is touch and go, like for real. We're going back to
Jason
like early.
can only send emails without attachments. Otherwise, you might as well just send a letter.
Jason sends an email, then drives to work in LA traffic, but still gets to work before the email is done sending.
Exactly.
That's happened. That has happened.
Do you race your email to work? You just send it to yourself?
Yeah,
That has
he
actually
frequently
happened.
wins. He frequently wins.
It is brutal because
Even in traffic.
I live in the one part of LA where it's like daily my commute to work means driving into town. Do you know how hard it is to find a place in LA where you actually have to drive into town? I'm surrounded by concrete, and yet I must drive into town. Miles of drive. Miles.
See, in LA, you don't go to LA. You don't go anywhere. It's just another address in the same place where you're at. There's no reason to have a cities in LA. Like, I live in this town and this town. And LA is made up of thousands of cities, but it's all the same fucking place. So why call it anything different?
Yeah, it's all just LA, and yet I have to drive every day, and I'm not
for
exaggerating
where
this.
Jason lives, that is somewhere right below outer space, because you have to enter LA from where he lives. All the rest of us are here already. He's somewhere else.
I really do. I have to drive, and I've
Does that make
measured
sense? You understand?
3.7 miles before I see civilization. I'm in the middle of fucking Coruscant.
He goes to someplace else when he goes home. The rest of us just go to a different address in LA.
So again, Jason, why the fuck do you live there?
That's why the internet isn't bad up there. It just can't make it. It's one of the few places in the world where the internet doesn't go. Does that make sense? Do you understand what I'm saying?
It's that remote.
Yeah.
I mean, No Pulse brought up a good point. I can kill people without anyone knowing. I'm fairly certain up here in the back of this freaking canyon, because it is a dead-end road, I don't even want to know what kind of Jimmy Hoffa shit is going off up there.
Let me explain something to you. You can't see into where Jason lives. No light comes out. It doesn't. You can't see it.
It's like the canopy of the rainforest where light does not penetrate.
Right. It's like you can't see in there.
But the girthy dildo can penetrate.
He actually has to come out of there and join the rest of us.
It is true where, like, I measure the time of day by how high the shadows are up on the mountainside on either
There's no
side.
shadows up there. They don't know how to get there.
I mean, it really is the most bizarre, because I have to drive into town. Like, in LA, where it's like, okay, I'm just going to go shopping. No, you plan that shit out in advance. You don't just nip over to the corner store because the corner store is miles of civilization away.
Listen to this, Joe. You're not going to believe this. Listen. He has to drive to where the food is.
This is true.
There's no food where he lives.
This is very true.
The rest of us in LA, you don't even have to drive anywhere to get some kind of food. There's food everywhere, just like the people and bad drivers.
Everywhere.
They're everywhere. Jason, there's no food where Jason is.
Yeah. I actually have to get in a car.
His answer is yeah.
Yeah. I really do have to get in a car and drive 4 miles through canyons and mountains and deer and fucking coyotes and probably witness protection program people and then finally there's civilization.
There's force fields.
Fucking force fields.
Yeah, and then finally I emerge out into civilization. It's like, all right, well, now I just have to drive a few more miles to find a supermarket. Like, right. To get to a supermarket is 6 miles from where I live, 5 or 6 miles.
That's insane.
How do you do that in LA? I found the one place where you can do it.
Good Lord.
The background radiation from the Big Bang isn't where Jason's at.
I mean, it's
a joke. I'm sorry. Jason got it. I got it. Nobody else got it.
I mean, it is brutal where to get to the closest round table pizza, I have to, because of the nature of a one-way road, like, I am doing this long loop-de-loop across half of Western LA just to get out of the mountains into civilization to go get fast food pizza. It is.
Yet somehow there's a Starbucks on the corner.
The closest Starbucks to me, and again, this is LA, the closest Starbucks is about 5 miles away.
Good Lord.
They haven't heard of Starbucks where Jason lives.
The pygmies out that way are still learning about it.
Yeah.
No, seriously, like, I was driving home about a couple weeks ago, and traffic was blocked because of a deer. We're in LA, and there's a fucking 12-point antler buck standing in the road just going, hey, what's up? We're like, you're in LA. It's like, no, technically you're in the wilderness. Fuck off. Like, it is so bizarre.
Oh my God. You two are the only two that could come on here for over 2 hours and not talk about anything at all. It is amazing.
I got this show. I love it.
I am so thrilled when you guys come on. Because
it's just fun. It's like, we could talk about video games, but let's talk about bondage gear and Shakey's Pizza.
Let's talk about something fun.
I'm still going to pressure you to bring Velocibox to Xbox. I want it to happen. It needs to happen.
I told you we're going to do a collector's edition just for you, Joe. We'll give you
and game. I will buy it. I will buy it on Xbox.
And a coupon to Shakey's.
As long as it means that Velocibox is on Xbox, I will buy that collector's edition.
Oh, thank God you and your 2 friends are going to buy that. I'm sure we'll make a killing.
You really don't think Velocibox would perform well on Xbox?
Yeah, it's not even, well, to answer your question, I to the amount of effort that would take to bring the game, our resources, we only have so many resources to actually really do the game. So it has to fit into our production schedule. I think the game would do okay on Xbox. I think that Velocibox is one of those games that appeals to and I'll be honest, the real gamer. You know, the definition of the word. Because, you know, these people, there's gamers out there. Most of these people don't really want to play a
a game like that. The people that own consoles are looking, if it's too difficult, if it takes longer than 5 minutes to learn, they're out. They need to go play Black Ops 3 that's made for fucking idiots that you want to fly around all day in the air, and that's not a first-person shooter. That's something else.
I keep losing at this game. I need to go call someone a noob in the N-word to make myself feel better.
I have to have a progression. I have to have a progression scale that makes sense for me and is able to achieve, get the most people to play. So you gotta bring them along slow. I understand. I understand. There's a lot of casual gamers that need that, and it's cool. That's just the way they like to play. But this thing's for the guys that stood in front of the arcades. This is for the guys that fucking played Mike Tyson's Punch-Out until they fucking finished it. This is for the Super Mario 3 guys that played, that had to have it all. These are for the guys, the completionists. This is for all of those kinds of gamers out there who are the hardcore and want a challenge.
And that's why we need it. We need it on Xbox.
And you're the guys that buy the console the day it comes out and buy fucking 800 games a year on the console. That's the gamer. That's a game. Everyone else just plays games. There are gamers and there are people that play games.
No Pulse is saying that you're describing people who like to buy the ID at Xbox games, but you're not really describing PS4 gamers.
I don't know about that. I think there's gamers on both consoles, and I think there's lots of people who just like to play games on both consoles. I think there's nothing. I don't have anything bad to say about anybody who. I have both, so I know what I'm talking about.
He said PS4 gamers don't support indie because indie isn't 1080p.
I think here's
that discussion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Jason knows what I'm talking about.
Here's the challenge is, we've gotten used to hand-holding. I mean, we wrestle with this because we work in the industry and, okay, we're going to get serious for a moment and all that, and game design. And game design has really changed a lot. I mean, we rewind the clock not all that long ago. It was like, all right, welcome to the game. Fuck you, learn it. Now it's, if a game does not hold your hand and just stroke your ego after a couple of minutes, it's like, screw this. It's the game's fault. No, it's not the game's fault.
This is poor design. No, it's not. No, it's not. I mean, if it's poorly designed, that's one thing. But if it's not hand-holding your pussy ass through it, that's not a problem. That's your problem. The game is hard.
Yeah, and I mean that's
gamers. Go fuck off and play Call of Duty, Black Ops 3, that is meant for children who like to play games.
Yeah, and so I mean, Lost Box is a perfect example where, the game just drops you in. It's none of these. Okay, thank you so much for playing our game. Now we're gonna ramp you up nice and slow. No, you drop into Velocibox. Fuck you.
You fuck you. The game says fuck you.
Like it really should. You should work on a new version of Velocibox where you give it the electronic Superjoy treatment and give it an M rating, just so you could have the game say "fuck you" to the player.
Joe, I'm going to tell you this, and you're not going to believe it, but it's true. We had to nerf Velocibox from the PC version.
Yep. Oh my god!
It's too hard. It's too hard.
Yep. I think I remember you telling me that.
We had to. We put in we didn't nerf the main game. We put in a version where it allows you not to have to start over from level fucking 1 if you died once.
Yep.
That seriously is such a brutal game.
Think about that. We had to create a version of the game, and I don't mean we nerfed the game. I don't mean we nerfed the actual playing of the game. We didn't nerf that. We created a version of it so that you wouldn't die and go back to level 1 if you died once.
That was
crazy.
the nerfed version.
That is, Velocibox is the Godzilla of video games. It really is. I love that game. I love it. I think it was a good move on our part to put in the ability for people not to have to go back to level 1 if you died once. We had to do that.
Well, we had to do it for our own freaking QA and for us.
Our QA guys, Joe, can make it through that game without dying.
Have you guys beat the game?
No.
Has anyone beat the game?
Yes, lots of people.
Yeah.
I don't
when we
believe you.
showed off the game at E3, I'll never forget this. There was one dude who just came up to the booth, didn't say anything, started playing it. He was like fucking Neo from the Matrix, ripping through the game. And we're like, dude, seriously? You need to calm your tits because military recruiters are going to want to talk to you after showing off these kinds of reflexes.
That people not only have finished the game, but they've got all the achievements.
Bullshit.
Nope. Not lying.
Actually has happened.
How?
Dude, there are people that are really good at video games. And they don't quit.
Oh,
Those
my
are gamers.
Lord.
Hardcore, the hardest core. These are people that don't give a fuck. They will finish it.
Oh, my Lord. I have to look up these
There are
achievements.
people that got through the what's the no death version called? Jason, I forgot.
God.
Damn it. There are people that have gotten through that, Joe.
Yeah.
How?
They haven't died. They haven't died in Velocibox. Joe, I died 600 times on level 4. Think about that. Think about that. It broke.
Oh my God.
It broke me as a man. It broke me.
I like the one achievement, survive level 9 for 20 seconds or more. I don't think I could survive level 1 for 20 seconds or more.
Yeah,
I put the controller down. And I was like, this game's fucked. this game's fucked. It's broken. There's no fucking way I can do this. And then I looked at myself. I'm like, this is the greatest game I've ever played. It actually cracked me.
Wow.
And I'm like, fuck. I was like, fuck you, Velocibox. I will finish level 4.
No Pulse is saying that on TrueTrophies.com, 117 tracked gamers have it, but no one has completed it on PS4.
Yeah,
No,
that's
that's
on
not true.
PC where, I'd have to check because I'm almost positive people have beaten it on PS4, but I know on PC. But no, I mean it's just a game that is designed for masochists, and we are gamers, and that runs in our blood. And we grew up with, all right, you have to be really damn good because if you aren't, there is a financial penalty.
Yeah.
Because you have to keep feeding quarters into a machine.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking at the global stats on Steam, and there are people who have completed Super Level 9. 0.9% of gamers
It was
have...
0.03, I think, on the PlayStation when I looked.
Jesus.
In terms of trophies.
Yeah.
That's
it's
ridiculous.
Just, and those are the people where, they have the right to call themselves hardcore gamers.
Yeah.
Because it's at the point where even we're like, fuck it, we're producing this game. We can't even beat it.
1% have completed
Level
the
60.
game on Steam. 1%.
Yeah. Level 6, I have to go back to it. I have to be in the right frame of mind. I have to have the time. I got to make sure my affairs are in order. But I will finish it.
See, now I really want to see this come to Xbox because we have someone who listens to our show named Jakes who
What's up, Jakes? What's up?
he routinely emails in for contests that were doing giveaways of difficult platforming games, and he demolishes them.
There's no
This
difference
game will
between-
break him.
Like, I know for a fact he has completed Jump Jet Rex.
Nice. Thank you.
Like, completely. Like, all achievements.
Amazing.
The game Binaries, the creator of the game said that it takes him like 40 hours to complete the game, like 100%. Jake's did it in under 6.
Wow.
So, like, I want to see him tackle the game. Like, if this comes to Xbox, I want him to review it for us and tell us how long it takes him to complete it.
That's impressive. I mean, beating the game. I mean, first off, beating a game is awesome, and then beating it in that span of time. Wow.
Yeah, like
That is
there've been a couple of games where I'm like, oh, this is a tough one. You should give this one a try. Phoenix Furia, that was another recent one that he just demolished it. It took him like a day.
I am very confident Velocibox will break him. It will break his soul. It will break him as a man.
Level 4 will make him cry.
I'm going to have to find out if he has PlayStation platforms.
Level 4 in Velocibox is a life
Evil.
challenge. It's a life challenge.
It's evil. I mean, you play level 4 in Velocibox. I got to the point where I'm like, fuck it, and turned it off and went back to my nightmare run on Dragon Age.
You ran to Mama.
I did.
Went to Dragon Age Mama.
Yeah, I rage quit and I'm like, fuck this shit. And I turned off my own company's game.
Yeah.
And went and played fucking Dragon Age because I'm like, nightmare mode. This is easy. Fuck that.
See what happens after you've died about 300 times in level 4 Velocibox is when you start playing level 1, you realize that either one or two things is happening. You're having a stroke, or this game is really hard.
I'm guessing, Jason, you saw what No Pulse said?
Went outside, murdered a porn star, then came back, played Dragon Age. Damn, No Pulse, are you one of my neighbors? How the fuck do you know that? That's impressive.
Jason, your neighbors are animals.
Literal
That is-
animal.
Literal animals. Real animals.
That is actually what I was
Outside
thinking. I was taking the trash out, last night before, and it's like, oh, okay, there's some coyotes, and then I go back to the house, and a family of skunks right down the middle of the street. I'm just going to chill and let them go by and not move very much.
Jason, is where you take the trash near the burial mound?
I mean, the funny part is the backyard goes up the mountainside, and then the side yard is that big open area. And I'm fairly certain there's probably some concrete shoes buried somewhere under there. I mean, there's got to be like some Indian burial grounds or some just weird, crazy shit going on.
All right,
It is
so
a funky
I actually
neighborhood.
found Jake's on True Achievements, and I'm going to read off some of the games that he's completed. Now, these are all achievements in the game. Binaries, which I mentioned, 1001 Spikes, which I think is insane. Volgar the Viking, Color Symphony 2, Jump Jet Rex, which I mentioned, Phoenix Furia, Gear Gauntlet, Gun World 2, this little game called Electronic Superjoy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Beating ESJ, now that's an achievement.
All achievements in ESJ.
And they
Damn.
all pale. to
So
Velocibox.
I think if nothing else, we need Velocibox on the Xbox for him.
You don't understand. Velocibox isn't a game. It's a physical attack.
That is actually pretty accurate.
Yeah, it's attacking you. It's attacking you as a human. Do you understand that? It's attacking you physically, and it's attacking you mentally.
Yep.
And you will break. You will crack. Whether you break or not is really up to you. It's about who you are at that point.
I remember chatting with Sean about it over the phone. He was like, "No, we should not nerf the game and offer a version where people don't have to start over." I'm like, "No, really, we do."
Yeah.
Because
listen, you evil motherfucker.
yeah.
Listen, stop hurting that little girl with the blowtorch and get your. We have
Jesus Christ.
we have to nerf your game.
And so we reached the
That's
compromise.
not true. Just kidding. They did not hurt a little girl with a blowtorch.
That we know
That
of.
was just a joke. Just a joke.
Allegedly.
Yeah. So I mean, we reached that
No, not even
compromise. Like, okay, there's this classic version, and then there's the version where you won't want to just murder everyone.
No Pulse is saying his
level
wife is going to
1.
attack me if I don't turn this off. It's been fun. So No Pulse is heading out. He hung with us for 2.5 hours.
Thanks,
Has it been
Nopo.
that long?
Yes, it has been 2.5 hours.
Joe, the Velocibox tutorial is hard.
Yes, it is. It
Even
is. It
the
is.
tutorial's hard. It's like, I can't fucking do the tutorial.
It's a brutal game, and I really, really like. Now I need to go find out if Jakes owns a PlayStation so he can try that game. Like, I need to find this out now. I gotta. This is my mission now.
Great. It's awesome.
So should we go get some breakfast?
Yeah, I think 2.5
Did I-
hours. I think
Sleep? Did I go to sleep and wake up? And
possibly. This is hour 14 of the SML podcast with our guests David Sterling and Jason Sorensen.
Exactly.
How is Saturday to you guys? Are you
Awesome.
enjoying Saturday so far?
Wait, Saturday was great. We sat and talked, didn't we? Sunday, I gotta go to work tomorrow. Monday.
What month is it?
Exactly.
Yeah, dude. So who won the presidency? Fuck.
How was Christmas?
Don't know. I said
Dongs and love
Talking-
honey. That's right.
Dongs and love, honey.
this Christmas I was on a podcast.
For all of Christmas.
Right.
My
Exactly.
family was pissed, but the show was pretty fun.
Yeah. I did stop talking long enough to celebrate New Year's, but that's okay.
Wife came in, she kissed me on the cheek. Yeah, close enough. That's a celebration, right?
You're going to be off by spring, right?
Holy shit,
No.
I just got a social security check. Have we been going that long? Holy fuck.
Oh my god, I love it when you guys come on. Like earlier today, I'm sitting and thinking like, man, like how long are we going to talk? Like I don't know what we could talk about. I don't think they have anything really coming out. I'm not sure what they're going to be able to talk about. And stupid me thinking that we needed things to talk about when you guys
3
come on
hours
the
later,
show.
you still have no idea what we're doing.
Exactly. The only thing I know is that you're still not putting Velocibox on Xbox.
That's right. Yes, we've spent a total of about 3.5 minutes talking about what we're doing.
It took 2.5 hours to confirm that Velocibox is still not coming.
The portion of the program about loot, what loot is up to, is about 1/10 of the amount of time we've talked about dildos.
Let's face it. I mean, you have a choice of, all right, we can talk about game design and video game things and blah, blah, blah. Or we can talk about giant fucking extra girthy dongs and Shakey's pizza diarrhea death.
And they're both connected.
I gotta say, I'm surprised at how little you've talked about shitting this episode.
We
There
talked a lot about
was a
this last
drastic decrease in shitting talk because of the massive increase of dildo talk.
That's right. We've really moved on.
Dildos and shit do not work together very well,
only-
but separate. It's
This program belongs on Sunday mornings.
Exactly.
oh my lord.
You know,
Time
it's
to
like-
go to church, kids.
Yep.
and
That's
we go to
right.
church.
Oh shit! SML podcast with the loot guys. Oh my god.
Oh my! I love
mean-
these episodes. I love them so much. I really do.
It's just like full on angel on one shoulder and demon on the other. Sunday morning, my son, you should go to church and save your soul. Meanwhile, on the other shoulder, welcome to Sunday with Loot on the SML podcast, where we're talking about giant dongs.
So we have the angel on one shoulder and the chipmunk on the other.
Now the chipmunk on one shoulder, the dildo on the other.
That's it. Perfect. Now I think we've got it. Let's make that a toy. That'll
And
be the
pizza
Record
in the
2.
belly.
That'll be the collector's edition for Record 2.
Jesus Christ. A chipmunk dildo in Record 2.
Now that's a statue I want to see.
Make it happen, man. Make it happen.
Jason's head, and on a robot with on the other shoulder, a dildo. Shakey's pizza shit on it.
God.
It's just the Loot Interactive Collector's Edition. It's like, what game is it for? It's not.
That's for that. Yeah, we'll take like I'm sure we could find a bunch of Battleborn Collector's Edition statues somewhere. We'll take those. We'll make a Loot Collector Battleborn Collector's Edition with dildos and Shakey's coupons and stuffed animals, and then we'll make that edition and sell that. It'll sell a lot better than the Battleborn did.
Let's say we can make this happen. We have the technology.
Yeah. Does anybody remember Battleborn?
Yeah, I played it like twice.
I saw it on the Xbox store. I saw that.
I feel bad because it's actually a really fun game.
Can you imagine the day that Battleborn came out and they turned to each other and go, "Hey, what's this Overwatch thing?"
Oh shit!
When's that coming out again?
Oh my god, that'd be funny if they just never knew it existed.
That's what they said. Oh my god!
What have we done?
What the hell?
Did you guys see the tweet that
How many E3s have they been promoting Battleborn?
Oh god,
3?
I don't know.
A while.
Right. I think the first time I saw Battleborn at E3, I took a horse and buggy there. Or it was the 70s. One of the Anyway. And then it comes out right around the same time as fucking Overwatch. Oh my god, a publisher's nightmare.
Oh man. Did you guys see the tweet that the Battleborn account sent out? That was it was a picture of one of the characters in the game doing like a Bring It style motion, and it was just addressed to @Overwatch Game, and the picture said, "Come at me, bro."
Not a good idea.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Just not advisable.
No.
Because Overwatch is like, all right, since you put it that way.
No, they're like, who are you again? Who are you again?
This is why it's so much more fun to just talk about bondage gear and giant dongs and shaky shits, and it's like, games industry, whatever. That's what we all do for a living and have fun. And meanwhile, you're unboxing a cat. Hell yes.
Yes.
Hey, everyone loves the kittens.
Jason turns to me and goes, "Hey, what's Joe doing in this video?" I'm like, "He's shaking the box."
Oh my god. Well, we are officially over 2.5 hours, so I think it'd be a good idea to wrap this up.
Next one we go for 4 hours.
One of these days we will, but preferably when it's not already 10 o'clock my time when we start, because it's 12:30 now, and I'm ready to just go to sleep.
Yeah.
A couple more hours, and you'll have another statue delivered by Amazon.
No, I'm not getting anything else this week.
Oh, shit. Well, it is Friday.
What the fuck am I getting next? What's coming out next? Next Friday is Forza, so yeah, it'll be a week.
Nice.
Sorry, I was off a week.
But sadly, no statue with Forza.
Oh, Jesus. Just a car.
Yeah, just a Lamborghini. What the fuck?
Yeah.
It was a $400,000 collector's edition. It comes with a car.
Yeah, exactly. Well, at least think about this. You'll have enough time to build that addition onto the house for the next 7,000 statues you buy.
Oh, my God. Guys, it is always, always, always fantastic
Thanks for
having you
having
on.
us, Joe.
We have to set something up
Love it.
again for
Love it.
whenever. Next month, I'm sure. Just a
It's all
monthly
great.
thing.
For sure. For the next one, I will be on Beam and share the chat. Jason still won't have any internet, so he won't be.
But you know what? I might put some pants on. Maybe.
Yeah, don't worry.
No need for that.
I mean, especially
No,
if you're
here's
not turning your
Jason,
camera on, there's no
Jason,
point.
Jason, here's what we do for the next one. You will broadcast live on Chatterbait while we are doing the podcast.
Oh, Jesus. We're going to hell. This is awesome.
Just tell him, listen, I didn't know it was porn. It was chatting. We're chatting. So there you go.
Oh my
The
God.
thing is, like,
Tokens you could rack up while you're on the podcast.
well,
Joe, we'll take that from the fans.
Sounds
there
good.
Are a few logistical challenges. I mean, I'm not a girl. That's problem number one. Problem number two, I have no jawline. We're trying to attract viewers, not scare the human race. I don't think anyone wants to see chipmunk porn. I mean, it's pretty disturbing.
There's always an audience. Don't underestimate how fucked up the world is.
That's a valid point.
And don't forget number 3. Your frame rate will be like the Great Train Robbery fucking when it was first broadcast in the theater. So it'll actually be so slow that people won't actually think it's actually live. It's somebody drew a bunch of pictures in a book and is just fanning the pages.
I am fairly certain this is the first gaming podcast to ever reference giant dongs and the Great Train Robber.
I would go a step beyond and say that it's not just the first video game podcast to mention those two at the same episode.
I am like the Jack of Hearts of odd references. Jason is the Ace of Spades.
And somehow that spade is inside his asshole right now.
I don't know what he does with gardening tools, but I'm just saying that.
I mean, it's fun because we're at the office. We'll be talking about, like the Jack Parr show and shit, and everyone else in the office is like, "What?"
Bernie Kovacs.
Yeah.
All right, Jason, we have to let Joe go to sleep.
I mean, you don't have to. I mean,
Listen, we can keep going. This is what it's like all day at our office. So, no problem.
It's awesome.
And that's why I need to do an office tour one year.
Yeah.
One day I'll get to California. One day.
No, seriously, the office tour would take 30 to 40 seconds, and then we'd be out of there.
Here's the office. There's a water cooler right there. Do you want to go eat pizza? Yeah, fuck it, let's go.
So you've been
Basically,
there.
that's it right there.
You've been there. You've been to our offices.
You guys going to show me any games that you're working on? Oh, we don't work on games anymore. We just do podcasts and eat pizza. That's all we do.
Pretty much.
It's a good business plan.
Watch Twitch. I watch a lot of Twitch.
Yeah. It's freaking awesome. I mean, just, come on in. There's the water. I mean, seriously, there's the water cooler.
There's a water. We have one. We do have one.
There's like a whiteboard and
that's racist, you son of a bitch.
There's a couple engineers who have been there since 3 days ago.
Yep.
Yeah.
Something's in the fridge. We don't know what it is. It's sort of mysterious. Let's go get some pizza.
There's the Red Bull.
I think No Pulse said it earlier, is that I'm addicted to video games David, you're addicted to watching Twitch, and Jason, you're addicted to killing hookers and burying them in the backyard.
Listen, where he lives, you don't even have to bury him. You just leave him there. The animals
There's just
eat
a
him.
pile of dead hookers in the backyard.
The animals eat them. It's okay.
It's like
tigers and shit come out.
It's like a compost pile. Yeah, throw another hooker on the pile.
That's right. Yeah, there's no police up there. It's not even a real place. Just lives out in the forest.
Oh my god.
It's okay. That's where people go to tote the dead bodies.
It's just like imagining a pile of half decomposed hookers.
Joe, honestly, Joe, why do you think he fucking moved there? All right. Be honest. The guy lives in a forest, like Lord of the Rings shit. You know what I mean?
Oh my god!
Lives in a hut like the Hobbit. Fucking, they didn't have internet either.
Oh god, I love this show.
They didn't have internet. Fucking Bilbo Baggins didn't have fucking internet.
And it was still faster internet than what he has.
Yes, at least he could get a message out to fucking his friend down the street, and fucking what's his name with the beard. He'd get messages to him. They had pigeons and shit. There's no pigeons in where Jason lives. There's just things that walk around. No light.
Oh,
I'm
and
just saying, sometimes hookers need an involuntary Narnia adventure. Just saying.
Exactly. Gandalf comes by every once in a while and gives him his mail.
I think on the note of a pile of dead hookers in a backyard, I think that is the proper end to this show.
Right? Jason and I are going to have a couple more hours of conversation.
Probably. I don't doubt that at all.
Hadn't had enough yet. Or maybe I'll watch him play Dragon Age, which is really just watching a still frame because that's all he's got on the every 5 minutes a new still frame comes in. It's like a picture book.
You could get like a crayon drawing of Dragon Age and it would be more interactive than watching Jason stream a game.
Shit. It's true. Great.
Look at this amazing boss battle. It's an incredible frame. Yeah, but like I'm fighting this level 16 Ferelden Frostback. Yeah, I see a frame of
right now. It's just a picture.
I see a frame of a dwarf's ass. Okay,
yeah, good enough.
Yeah.
Well,
oh
I
my
told
god!
You, he watches a lot of that Chatterbait, so he sees a lot of fucking Chatterbait.
Oh my lord! Well, you are both disgusting and horrible human beings, and I can't wait until we do this again.
Oh yeah.
Thanks for having us, Joe.
Thank you so much for doing this. Do you guys have any final... I'm scared to ask if you have final words because I'm sure it'll go on another 20 minutes, but do you have any final words to end the show?
Shit.
Stuff.